Hey guys, so my next Princess video will be coming out next week, and I thought it was kind of important to make this video in the meantime, especially with Age of Ultron coming up. Okay, I'm not sure how many people know how the Marvel Cinematic Universe works, or why there's two Quicksilvers, or how Spider-Man fits into all this, but don't worry. I'll answer it all here. And if you have any questions I didn't answer, leave them in the comments below. So first things first, we need to talk about the comics. So Marvel Comics owns the Avengers, X-Men, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Fantastic Four, and hundreds of other characters. DC Comics owns the Justice League, so Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, and hundreds of other characters. And we don't need to have a conversation about DC with this, because they have all their characters under one roof. So Disney owns the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU for short. The MCU consists of Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, Captain America 1 and 2, The Incredible Hulk, Thor 1 and 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Avengers, and coming up, Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. The reason why the X-Men or Spider-Man don't just show up in these movies is because in the early 90s, Marvel had a lot of financial issues, and they sold off some of the cinematic rights to some of their characters. Spider-Man is at Sony, while X-Men and Fantastic Four are at Fox, and there are a few other characters here and there, but almost everything else belongs to Disney and Marvel. The distribution of these characters over 3 different companies explains why there are 2 to 5 Marvel movies every year and only 1 DC movie every couple of years. So a few weeks ago, someone asked me why we'd want Spider-Man and the Avengers, and tell the rest of the internet that because they've been begging for Spider-Man and the Avengers. But it was never going to happen. To put it in perspective, we have a better chance of Frodo calling up his friends Harry Potter and Batman to escape the Matrix, or they'll be caught by the Looney Tunes. But we'll get back to Spider-Man later. The agreements they have with these companies is kind of like renting characters. You can make a movie with our characters for X amount of money, and if you don't make a movie in X amount of years, we get our character back. This is how Marvel got back Daredevil, Ghost Rider, and Punisher, and you can tell when a company is running out of time because they reboot their character, and if this is true, then Spider-Man has 5 years, and Fantastic Four has 8 years. Sony and Fox both have set lists of characters that they can use in their contracts, but there's a little bit of overlap between Marvel and Fox. Since Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are both prominent members of the Avengers and mutants, they can be on both Fox and Marvel films. And right now we already have 2 Quicksilvers. Now back to Spider-Man. Sony wouldn't have given away Spider-Man unless they really had to, but with Amazing Spider-Man 2 being a critical and financial disappointment, and the Sony hack, and with them being a little unstable of a company right now, they kinda had to give the rights back to Marvel. Sony still has the rights to Spider-Man, but they're kinda sharing and they have creative control, but if you don't listen to what Marvel has to say about Spider-Man, you're kinda stupid. Like, you may have creative control of how your house gets painted, but if you don't listen to the guy who does it for a living, you're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, quick review. X-Men and Fantastic Four are owned by Fox. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are owned by Marvel and Fox. Sony and Marvel own Spider-Man. If Sony and Fox do not make a movie in X number of years, their character goes back to Marvel. Marvel is owned by Disney, and DC does not have this problem because all their characters are under one roof at Warner Brothers. Any questions? That was a lot of information. If you have any at all of who belongs to who or who's in what company, leave them below. And I haven't done a happy birthday in a while, so happy birthday to my brother Mitchell, and happy birthday to my friend Allie. And you guys being born on April 12th, that's the best thing to happen that day. Especially considering that's when the Civil War started, the Titanic sunk, and FDR died. Your competition isn't very stiff. See ya!